Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to modify the find member functionality. So as you can see here that this is the find member functionality that is only taking the email address, and this is the find members functionality that is taking the email address and the password also. So basically I'm going to modify them and I'm going to merge them. So after merging them, this function will be used as a one function and they will be working the same, but they will be taking the email address and the password also whenever it is required. All right. So, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to write what you can say password, and now let's write 3 strings. As you can see that this is the email address and the password 2, this is the is active status, that is 3. All right, so I'm going to merge them, and after that the next thing that I'm going to do is to write what you can say passwords. After that I don't need to update this password here because I will update it later on. So let's write what you can say args. This args will be equal to interface, and after that this will be equal to email address. So this args will be create a slice, and this slice will only contain an email address for now, but after that I will append it the email password also into it, so that this arg will contain the email address and the password whenever it is required, and I will append it. All right, so let's write what you can say if password is not equal to empty string. All right, it means that if the password is filled with some kind of data, then what it will do, it will write args like this, append password. All right, and but before this I will write the q plus also. This is the query. Inside this query I will write and one space and then and passwords like this. All right, so basically this is the email address and this is the password. So when the password is not filled with some kind of data, if it is what you can say, this is the if statement, that if the password is filled with some kind of data, if it contains the data, then in that case it will accept the password in the query also. Otherwise, if the password is empty, then in that case it will not take this password. All right, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. I have put the if statement that if the password is filled with some kind of data, if it is not empty, then it will take this password as a query, it will insert into it, and if the password is not filled with some kind of data, if it is empty, then it will not take this query and it will not append that password into the args. All right, so let's write what you can say, let's update this args here instead of writing only the email address, and after that let's write uc password and like this. So email address, password and the status. So based on this password, if it is given, then it will update this. If it is not given, then it will not update it. All right, so yeah, and let's write 3 empty strings, and next thing that I'm going to work is to write member credentials. And now let's write 3 strings here also. And the first thing is going to be UC email. The second thing is going to be empty, because if the password is empty, then in that case it will leave it as empty. But after that I will put the condition also. So let's write status first of all. And now the condition would be if password is empty. If the password is not filled with some kind of data, if it is not empty, then what I will do, I will write member credentials 0 and 1. So 1 is equal to UC password like this. So if the password is filled with some kind of data, then that member credential 1 is going to be equal to UC password. But if it is not equal to some kind of data, then it will work as empty password. All right. After that, let's write the member credentials here like this. All right, so I hope you understood. Basically I have given some queries like the email password, it is active in one query, and after that I have written the args that will basically take the email address and the password also if it is required. And after that I have put the condition here that if the password is filled with some kind of data, then it will take this password into query and it will append it into the args. But if the password is not empty, if the password is not filled with some kind of data, then in that case it will not take this password. After that, here is the member credential. I have put the same condition here, that if the password is not empty, then in that case it will take this password. If the password is empty, then it will leave the password empty as it is. All right. So let's save this, and now what I need to do, I need to delete this members also, because I don't need it here. And this function will work the same in all these files. All right, so I need to just update these files, and as you can see here, that this is only requiring the email address. So I will not put the password here, instead I will put the empty password, because it is not required. Similarly, I will go to the check, and as you can see, that is only requiring the email address. So I will write the empty password here, because it is not required, and instead of writing member checking, I will write member status like this, because it is only checking the status of the member, not the other details. All right, so let's write 012. all right, as you can see here, if I show you 012, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. So if this status is equal is 0, then it will give me this verification code to enter. Otherwise it will give me this message that, hey, your account is already verified. All right, after that, this is the update member. So let's remove this, and let's remove this from here also. And now you can see that it is not giving me an error, because it is requiring the email address and the password also, so it will work fine. Let's go to the login, and in this case I will remove the S here, and I will also remove the email and password. Instead, what I will write MySQL cred. So this will be the MySQL cred 1 for the password, and this is going to be the MySQL cred 0 for the email address. All right, so now all the details are now combined together, instead of just separating them in separate variables. All right, so let's save this. Now let's write go install, clear this, go to the MySQL database, let's write use proctl select from members. Now you can see that only one member is present, that is the admin user. Only one member is user, it is not admin user, sorry. And now what I will do, I will write proctl status, Kaifa is logged in, so I will delete this logout, because I have deleted this proctl login as an admin user. Vainstry, and then the password. You are successfully logged in. Status, you can see that Vince is logged in. And now if I type proctl invite mem, E for the email address of the member. Let's wait for it. Now you can see that you have successfully invited a member. Now this is the email address that is received. I will take the the verification code. Let's write proctl logout, proctl check email address to check that whether it is correct or not. Verification code, you are successfully verified. proctl status, now user is already logged in, so I will write set mem in order to set the member credentials. So let's write email, password 1122, full name is this one, and account name is this one. Now you have successfully updated the member credentials. So let's press enter. This you can see that these are the details of the member that is now inserted, and it is verified also. After that, let's write proctl. This is the login functionality. All right, so it is working fine. So let's say if I write proctl update member, update mem, and in this case if I write First of all, check the status of it, whether it is whether it is logged in or not. Kaifa is logged in. Let me just log out again. Log out, and just to show you login, that whether the login functionality is working or not. Alright, so you are successfully logged in. Alright, so now let's write proctl update mem. Update mem. In that update mem, what I will do, I will just update the what you can say, these credentials. Instead of writing the email address and the password, I will write what you can say, title, that will be hello world. You have successfully updated the member credentials. Now you can see this is the hello world. So it is working fine. So after that, let's write git add, git commit m merged find member functionalities, like this. Git push origin master. So they are pushed. So let's refresh this. 68 commits merged the find member functionalities. So I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.